Hello dear students, in this video we are going to know about the SSC 2020 new model paper, which is for 100 marks, and let us see how this model paper has been prepared and designed by APSCRT. Well, I think that this model paper is very easy for most of the students. And at the same time, I can say that we have to take a lot of care, because if you do a simple mistake, you may miss 2 marks for each question. That's the only problem. Other than that, I can say that this question paper is quite comfortable for all the students. Well, now let's see what is there in the question paper. Well, the question paper has 3 sections. Section A is all about reading comprehension, which will be consisting for 30 marks. And section B is all about grammar and vocabulary for 40 marks. And section C is all about 30 marks for creative writing. Well, now let's go in detail. Section A, reading comprehension, 30 marks. Out of these 30 marks, the question number 1 to 5, we'll get the questions, 5 questions, 2 WH questions, and 3 multiple choice questions, and each question carries 2 marks. So 5 questions, 10 marks, and the syllabus reference is Reading A all units from our 10th class reader. Now, question number 6 to 8 is from Reading B, especially from poems, and we'll have 3 questions, and all these 3 questions are multiple choice questions. And question number 9 and 10, this is also from Reading B only, but whereas other than poems, we'll have the Dear Departed 2 and all. So all the Reading Bs and only 9 and 10, 2 questions and 2 multiple choice questions only. So 2 into 2, 4 marks. So Reading A 10 marks and Reading B 10 marks, 20 marks from textual, familiar. Whereas question number 11 to 15 will have study skills. This question is from our paper 2, where we get a pie chart or a table or a bar diagram. So under this question, we will have 5 questions again, 2 WH questions and 3 multiple choice questions. So it won't be difficult at all, I can say that. So totally 30 marks. But only the thing is, you have to read the paragraph carefully, and you have to read the questions again and again. And one more important thing is that you have to write the answers briefly and ABC only options, right? For question number 11 and 12, we will write the WH questions, one sentence simply or a phrase, whereas the question number 13, 14, 15, you have to use only options only. So now let us check what we will have in section B, that is grammar and vocabulary. Well, first from question number 16 to 23 is all about grammar. And for this grammar, you have to read all our exercises, textual exercises. I'll give you the reference also later on. But let us see the questions. From question number 16, it's relative clauses, and the reference is unit 1, because we have to combine the sentences using who or that or which. And question number 17 is all about passive voice, and 1 question, 2 marks. And question number 18 is all about linkers. like conjunctions, like as or because, adverbs and all. So question number 19, it's all about prepositions. If you learn these prepositions from our unit 4, rendezvous with Ray, that will be enough. And whereas question number 20 is all about verb forms, again 2 into 1, 2 marks. So we have unit 3 and unit 2 and unit 5 also this reference as verb forms, and most probably we will get the verbs related to simple past and past perfect and present perfect. Sometimes we may get the questions from simple future also, that we will see in detail later on. And now question number 21 to 23, it's all about language functions. Question number 21 is advice for you will have one question and for 2 marks. And again, a polite request is quite easy and it's 1 question and 2 marks. So the question number 23 is identifying the language function or expression. So it's a multiple choice question again. So all this consists of 16 marks grammar, and I'm sure that this time there is no editing, there is no reported speech, so you can do it comfortably, I'm sure. And now let us see the vocabulary part. For this, the subject reference is you have to read thoroughly all the units, and at the same time you have to do all the textual exercises. Just whatever you have done previously, you just go through it. And question number, now let us see the questions in detail. Question number 24, synonyms, where you will get a lot of options, like 5 options you will have, and the sentences will be there, and you have to read the sentence and you have to find out the meaning, and then you have to write. 4 into 1, 4 marks. And question number 25, it's all about antonyms, opposites. It's quite easy because it's match the following. And in terms of question number 26 is the right words or other forms, and there we will have alternatives also. So you need not worry. So like friend, friendship and all. And question number 27, 28 and 29, this is for spellings. And if you reading it thoroughly well, I'm sure that you'll get good marks this time, because for spellings only we will have 6 marks. So vowel clusters like AE or IE or EA. And question number 28 is all about suffixes. We'll have a lot of like grammar, GRAM, MAR or MER. So suffixes will be there. Again, this I can say the choice questions. Alternates, I mean say. And the next one is question number 29. I think that it's a bit difficult because 4 words will be given, and out of that 1 word is wrongly spelled, and you have to identify that and you have to rewrite. So this is regarding these spellings. And number 30, it's all about dictionary skills. This year we practiced a lot. So in the next video also we will watch clearly about dictionary skills, and maybe you will be asked about the parts of speech, or you may be asked to write the sentence, and maybe phonetic transcription. Maybe by given phonetic transcription you may be asked whether it's a noun or a verb. So sometimes stress mark, and what parts of speech it is. So this is about question number 30. And question number 31, it is for classifying words, classification of words. And this is quite easy because we will get like, and especially for this one, we will get the questions from either lesson number 1 or 2. Like we have positive qualities and negative qualities. And at the same time, we have duplicatives, alliteratives, and rhyming words. These are the 2 important areas where we get a lot of scope for this question. And next, the last one is question number 32. It's all about one-word substitutes. You'll get from unit 1 and at the same time from units 4 and 5 also. So this is all about section B, grammar and vocabulary. And now we will see section C. It's all about creative expressions. And for this, we'll have 30 marks. And the first question, number 33, is you have internal choice. Either you can write a conversation or a diary entry. I'm sure that you both, all the students, you love both these questions, because either conversation you are comfortable and diary entry also you are comfortable. But remember, while writing, first write only one answer only, because I can say that first either you choose conversation or diary entry, whatever you are comfortable with. So you follow the format, that's enough. And we will see how we can do it. Creative expressions, we'll learn one more video in the next class. And now for question number 34, letter writing or biographical sketch. And in this question, I suggest for some of the students, you can go with bio sketch because you are most comfortable. But if you want to score good marks, and my choice is always, you can go with letter writing, right? So, and the last one, question number 35 is framing questions or information transfer. Again, you have choice. But this question number 35, I'm sure that it is the deciding factor for you. When you are writing this information transfer, and we'll talk about the pie chart and what is it all about, and you can talk about the highest and the lowest, and you can give your own reflections after reading that table or a pie chart. There won't be much scope for losing marks. But in terms of framing questions, if you do any mistake, you may lose 2 marks or 1 mark for each question. So this I can say that if you have time for the last question, I suggest you to work with both framing questions and write the information transfer also. If you're able to write all the questions correctly, you'll get 10 marks. So the scoring marks is that one only. So your choice. So don't be panicked. I'm sure that you had wonderful practice throughout the year. Only the thing is, within instead of 2 days, you are writing 1 day. And I'm sure that almost all the students are comfortable with paper 2 every time, because we don't prepare. And only the thing what you have to prepare, that phrasal verbs and idioms and all, that question is not there. So I'm sure that you love to do this paper. Wish you all the best. And I'm sure that most of the students will get 10 GPA. And for the more learning tips, for better tips, we'll watch in the next video, part 1 for reading and 2 for vocabulary